All right, let's see, we are going. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are going to get started in just about a minute, and we are going to answer your questions today about US immigration. The topic, though, is what are your first steps before trying to come to the United States? And second, who can sponsor you? Hi, Hashim. Good morning. So, for those of you whose first time here today with us, I am Immigration Attorney Connie Kaplan. We are in Florida, but we have clients in 46 states in the United States. We help immigrants everywhere make the United States their permanent home. One question that we can answer for you, and it's a question that we get asked a lot, especially on TikTok. We are today live on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but this question pertains mostly to those fans that we have on TikTok and YouTube. So the first question is, can you help me, and what can I do first? What do I need to do first? First things first, you cannot apply for anything or to go anywhere if you don't have a passport. You need first to get a passport from your country that will allow you to apply for a visa. It doesn't matter the type of visa that you are going to apply for, you must have a passport. So, passport is priority number one for most people who are asking us that kind of question. And the second question, which brings us to the important topic for today. Of course, if you have questions in the meantime, please feel free to put them in the chat and I will address them. Hopefully, most of them. I will not address every single question. So please put them there and I will try to address them. But pay attention. So first, get a passport. If you don't have a passport, you will not be able to get a visa to go to any country, not just the United States. We have many requests for individuals who work in, for example, in Dubai or work in third countries that are not their country of origin. Those people generally already have a passport. But there are plenty who say, ma'am, I want to go to the UK, I want to go to the US, I want to go to other places. And then they call and they don't even have a passport. So your first order of business is get a passport. Then the second thing is you need to find, at least for US immigration, because I am an immigration lawyer in the United States. So I help people who are already in the United States generally, and some people who come from abroad. But generally speaking, we help immigrants who are already in the United States. And you need to have a sponsor in order to come to the United States, okay? So who can sponsor you? It could be a family member who's a permanent resident or a US citizen. There are more options for US citizens to petition for their family members abroad, but there are options in some instances, depending on the family relationship, for permanent residents in the United States to come to petition for someone to come from abroad. Question that we get quite a lot at this stage is, well, I have my girlfriend, she's in the United States. Oh yeah, she doesn't have any status. So how do I get to visit her? So she's here probably on some sort of visa. She overstayed her visa. And then you're wondering how you can come and join. Well, simply, you cannot. You would have to do it on your own because you need to have a sponsor who can petition for you. So that would have to be a US citizen, permanent resident, and could be an employer. So the more advanced you are in your profession, the easier it would be for you to come to the United States. There are some instances, depending on how advanced your education and how advanced you are in your field, that you can self-petition. Basically, you are filing on your own. Those are very few The standard of proof to get to that, what you have to prove, is significant, and most people do not qualify. Obviously, if you are the lower you are in terms of education and experience, the harder it is. The employer in the United States would have to show that they cannot find a qualified US worker willing and able to do the job that they are offering to you. And that is a very high burden. And they have to show that by actually running a full recruitment process. So everybody says, well, I can't find an employer in the United States. Well, I'm here to tell you that many people can find employers in the United States because we see them on a regular basis. Okay, so we see those people, we do those applications all day long. So there are options. You just have to keep trying and be diligent. If you want at some point in the future to come to the United States, well, now is the time for you to go to school and advance your degree. Get a college degree, get an advanced degree, get a master's, PhD, whatever it is, so you can travel to the United States. Is that an option for most people? No, probably not. But it's definitely an option for quite a few. All right. So remember, family members can petition for you if they are US citizens and in some instances permanent residents. If they are not, then you need to find an employer who is going to petition for you. Okay. So what needs to happen first, okay, is no, it's not only for people with degrees. There are people who are considered skilled workers, okay, who can come to the United States as long as there is a shortage of that worker, that type of education and experience. And yes, there are employers who can petition for that. It is much easier for people with degrees. There are also some visas that qualify unskilled workers to come to the United States. They are very limited in nature, and we don't handle those. Okay, so let's go over some of the questions we have here. All right, I'll try to address some. Okay, I know we don't have too much time. Good morning. Good morning from Kenya. Hi, guys. All right. I want to come to the US. Get a passport first. Okay, get a passport and then try to find a sponsor, family or employment. There are options without that as well. Remember, you can file if we have a treaty. The US has a treaty with your particular country. You might be able to come here with an investment visa that requires you have a significant amount of money to be able to invest and create jobs in the United States. I'm now in Australia. How can I come to the US? It doesn't matter as much where you are. It matters more what passport you hold. So I know you're in Australia, but you could be, for example, from the Philippines. You could be from India. You could be from Pakistan. Depending on where you are, you know, it matters and it makes a big difference. And how can you come to the US? I just addressed it. My daughter is 3 years old and has US passport, but I and my wife are not. How can we go to the United States? First, I'd like to know how your daughter got her US passport. If you and your daughter do not have US passports and she does, that means your wife was here when she gave birth to your daughter, either on a tourist visa or some kind of work visa, and you went back. Based on this very limited information, you have to wait until your daughter is 21 years of age. And at that point, she can petition for you. There may be other options depending on your education, experience, your prior immigration history, your financials, and so on. But based on this information, you just have to wait until your daughter is 21. And even then, if she has not lived in the United States or does not intend to live in the United States, it will be much harder, okay? And no, putting the same question twice is not going to get me to respond more than once. All right. DV lottery age limit. There is no age limit. If you're talking about older people, there is no age limit. You can apply. At least it hasn't in the past that I know of. Could you arrange a sponsor? No, we cannot do that. It's illegal, it's unprofessional, and unethical. For you to get a certification from US, if you're simply trying to come to the US to complete a schooling, you do not need a sponsor. What you need is a school that will accept foreign students, and you will come here and do the training that you need in order to obtain your certification. So, Sunny, you have an Australian passport. Please repeat. I don't know what you want me to repeat. You need a sponsor, or you need a family member who can sponsor you. So you need an employer or a family member, or you need to have enough money in US dollars to be able to invest in the United States and create jobs in the United States. Whether that option is available to you or not depends on your country. You have an Australian passport, and yes, with that, you can do an investment visa. Also, depending on your actual profession, there is a visa specifically available for Australians. It's called an E3 visa, okay? And you may have more options than others. I don't know what EPIC system in Wisconsin is. Just because you work for a US company abroad doesn't mean you can come to the United States. If you are working for a US company that has a branch, subsidiary, or affiliate outside the United States, you can ask your employer for a transfer to the United States if there is such a position available. So that probably is your best option. If not, use the fact that you are working for a US company and try to obtain employment with another company in the United States who's willing and able to petition for you. Can Pakistani-born Australian citizen apply for the lottery? If Pakistan is not excluded, then yes. If it is excluded, no. Remember, if you are born in one country and you're a citizen of another, that means you're a citizen of this country or a national of the other country. And it depends on that specific criteria for that specific visa. For the lottery, I don't even remember because it's 186 visas available, okay? So you need to look it up and see if they require you to be a national or a citizen. For some countries, it's national. For some types of visa, it's national. That's the restriction. For some, it's citizenship. That is the restriction. If I violate probation for a traffic offense, will I have trouble to renew my green card? First, it depends on the traffic offense. If it's a DUI, yes, you may have problems. If it's not a DUI, don't forget that violation of probation, it's a criminal matter. So that's an additional case on top of the one you already have. And that is not what immigration wants to see. So give us a call. Let's see if we can help you with that, depending on where the traffic offense occurred and where exactly you are with the probation. Your best bet is actually to probably call either your private criminal defense attorney. If you had the public defender, I'm sorry, you need a private attorney who can help you, okay, who knows the immigration consequences, not only of your traffic offense, but also of violating the probation. It is more severe in some states than it is on other, Vanessa, okay? Can you appeal I-130 if you got rejected after interview because we have very little evidence? Yes, we can help you with that. It really depends, though. Depends on your relationship with your spouse. Give us a call. If you have very little evidence, it could be rejected because they are assuming your marriage is fraudulent, okay? And that is a very high bar, and that is very hard to prove. If you just got it denied, okay, if you just got it denied, you only have a very short period of time to appeal. If you missed that window, then you have to start from scratch. But since you already have a denial, your standard of proof is a little bit higher. Give us a call. We can help with that. Can you be my sponsor? No. I'm a green card holder and my mom is here in the US in B1. Can we file green card for her? Based on this particular fact pattern, no. You can, if you're a green card holder already in the US, to be able to petition for your mom, you need to become a US citizen. Give us a call and have a consult, and let's see if we can find other family members who can petition for her. If not, you have to wait until you become a US citizen. 12,000 US dollars, is it enough to come to USA? If you mean to come to US as a tourist for visit temporarily, that might be enough. For an investment, not even close. You need 10 to 15 times more than that, but it really depends on the type of business, your country of origin, and so on. Glenn wants to know, which one is better, fiance or marrying her in her country and file a petition afterwards? Oh, that requires a full consultation. And let me tell you why, Glenn. Depends on the country of origin. Some consulates are closed, some consulates are open. The ones that are open have certain priorities on which visas they are processing first. So in some places it could be fiance, in some places it could be spousal visas, all right? And then we need to see, have you met in person? Have you not met in person? There are other consequences. There are other criteria. We need to know your financial situation, what was last year, what it's going to be this year, see if that makes a difference. So that we can definitely help you out and figure out which one is best, okay? Generally speaking, fiance would be faster, but we have seen some marriage-based visas being faster in some parts of the world, okay? If you're a driver, does not qualify you for anything. When is the USA lotteries opening? Well, I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot tell you. When they are going to reopen, I will let everyone know. Make sure you follow us, and then you will get the update as soon as it is announced. It's not announced yet. They sent letter to resubmit additional documents, and we did. And it's almost 7 months, and you're still waiting. They could be doing a fraud investigation. You do not know that. We can probably help you look into it and see why it is taking that long. It depends also on where you are in the country. In some places, it could take 5 to 6 years from the time of application. And then in some places, it could take much less. For example, right now in Florida, for an I-130 or a green card application, is less than a year. I have I-130 approved. I have to go to India. It really depends. If you are from India and the I-130 is approved, but visa bulletin is not current, so we would have to see under what category you fall under on the visa bulletin to see if there is a way to bridge the gap. Maybe do something like a student visa for you, or a work petition, or something that would allow you to stay here in the meantime. Otherwise, you might indeed have to go to India. It depends on the category under which I-130 was approved, what your status is here, if you overstayed, if you didn't overstay, and so on. Let's see. Okay. You are both in New York. Yeah, give us a call and let us look into that. New York might take a little bit longer. I also will need to see the actual I-130 petitions. Does it have an MSC number on it, or does it have an LIN number on it, and so on. So it makes a difference, okay? All of these details matter. You should, if you do have an immigration lawyer, please contact them and see why is it taking that long, okay? It's normal in certain circumstances, so. Why is coming to America is so expensive? Well, everything in America is very expensive. It's not just coming to America. And it's a relative issue. If you're coming from another country, like, say, Switzerland, for example, it wouldn't be expensive to them because the value of the currency there, depending on where you are, it might be significant. But it has to make sense for the American society. All right. So I have been addressing questions for about 30 minutes now, and I hope I was able to at least help one or two of you. And if I did, that makes me happy. Our link is in the bio on my profile. If you please follow us, because I will do updates, and I do updates all the time on changes to immigration law. Again, I am an immigration attorney in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We help immigrants everywhere make the United States their permanent home. It does not matter in which state in the United States you live. So we fly to all locations all the time. So please give us a call, 954-466-0070. Our number is on the bio, but try to follow the link. That's your best option. So you guys have a marvelous day. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you guys Monday morning. Bye-bye.